If you're wondering what the heck this contraption is, well, you're not alone. I was asking myself the same thing just the other day. This tool is our secret weapon for turning Delos 2.0 into the curvaceous, Mad Max-esque vessel she's destined to be.
We did a little patrons only update the other day, and we got a request. How in the heck do we form the hull plates to shape, since the hull plates are flat and the boat is rounded? And so I reckon we'd start a new segment. What do you want to call your segment, Dan?
Really good time.
Really good time. And this is sort of not a very common skill.
No. You want to do the honors?
So that if it goes wrong, you can blame me?
Pretty well.
It's curved more on that end than this. Not so much, right? Just a little bit?
Up the road.
Seems like a bit of a dark art to me.
It is.
So that's it for this week. Wheeling and welding. Morning, bright and early today, and it's a really exciting day because we're gonna start English wheeling the plates, or wheeling the bottom plates today, which is kind of a black art. It's a process that I'm really looking forward to learning because I've kind of like heard about it and I've watched some YouTube videos about it, but nobody really does it a lot. It's kind of like a lost talent. But Dan just happens to have a machine that he procured. Tell us about this beast of a machine right here.
All right, so this is a pretty old machine, but it's a good machine. So we call it an English wheel.
So basically we're gonna take flat sheets of metal and turn them into curves that then fit along the hull like this.
So it basically stretches the material a little bit and then forms it between the top roller and the bottom V roller.
And this is sort of not a very common skill.
No.
How many people do this?
Not too many.
Before we could begin English wheeling, there was a few more things I needed to learn.
On the plate, we've got reference lines.
FO3, that means frame.
Frame 3.
Frame 3.
Yep.
And this is 6 mil, bottom, number 4, starboard.
Side. Yep.
And F means form.
Yep.
So we're going to be forming on this side.
Yep. And then we've got what we call a sight line. Okay. So this one's our sight line. And then we've got an arrow which tells us which side of the template, because we've got different radiuses on both sides of the template.
It's sort of a complex curve.
It is,
and that's why sometimes you'll see a lot of aluminum or metal boats are like hard chine. They don't have these like nice round curves.
Yeah, so easier with hard chines. So these templates come as part of the kit. So it says bottom plate 4 and frame 2.
So this, basically, when you turn this, it raises
and lowers
the wheel up and down, so you can vary the thickness between the roller. And we've got a little gauge here.
Yep, so we need to back it off because we've just finished a plate.
Oh yeah.
Just to make sure that we don't crush the plate when we first go in.
Yeah. What happens if you go too much?
We go too round.
we
have a really bad day.
And we got controls here.
Yep, forward just a little bit. So now that we're under load, we know that our indicator's pretty well right and we're a touch under 80 mil. So we're going to bring it down to about 81 just to make sure. It's probably about there. So we have one person driving and one person
I'm
steering.
driving. I got the easy job. Dan's got the skilled job. I just push buttons here.
Righto.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Here we go.
Just a little tweak. What's a tweak on the metric scale, Brian?
A tweak? I don't think I'm allowed to say that on camera. Seems like a bit of a dark art to me.
It is.
Yeah? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put the camera down. We got some work to do. How long do you think it's gonna take us to do one?
Probably about an hour and a half.
Yeah, yep. Okay. And how many plates we have to do?
28.
So how long do you think it's gonna take overall?
Oh, a good week.
All right, we got to get to work now. I'm gonna put this camera down.
We've got a little bit to go yet. A little bit on that one. A little bit on that one. We'll go another probably quarter of a turn again. Come on, muscles. Whoop. Yep, that'll probably do it. Doesn't get better than that. So we can probably go up the middle to about here. And then on this end here, we're pretty right on this outside edge. Yeah. So we just want to go, so we want to work it basically from that angle through to, which is basically on that line.
Along that line.
Just to there, and then from there out. Just so we can bring that curve up.
Whoa. Video worthy?
That's it. Video worthy.
It's part of your job description, Nick?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Every Friday, cook barbecue.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's a breakfast of champions.
Look at that.
Because that mac salad we got on there too? Cheese,
Pasta salad.
pasta salad. Yeah.
Before we closed shop for the weekend, Dan and I wanted to test fit the plate that we'd made today,
You happy?
Okay.
just to see if we're on the right track.
You can just press that down by hand. That's a pretty good fit, Dan. Nice job, buddy. So we'll just be able to tack that in one corner, press it down with hand.
It won't take much to
It
pull
won't
that
take
out.
much to put it right in place. All right,
Beautiful.
cool. Now repeat 36 times,
28, I think.
20 out. Easy.
But those 28 plates would have to wait because it was time to put the tools down for the weekend.
Kaz, you're becoming quite domestic. I just got home from the yard. You're doing laundry.
Look at this.
Oh, is that banana bread? That looks amazing.
And Sierra was picking up some new skills too.
This is on.
Okay, that's on. You have your hose.
And Ross.
Oh, that's good. Which plants need to be watered the most?
This.
Wow. It's a long day. It's good to be home though. We get off a little bit early on Fridays. Call it quits at about 2. And take a shower, drink a beer. What
Your
else?
hair is...
Is my hair good?
Oh my god, it's amazing.
Oh.
I love it.
Okay. All right, nice work, Sierra. Let's go check out. Now that we're back in civilization, our cruiser's wallet just isn't cutting it anymore. And I tried to use this old guy, but I know you feel my pain. It is kind of like sitting on a brick, and I just end up throwing it in my backpack, which kind of defeats the purpose. Which is why I'm happy to say that today's video is sponsored by Ridge. Ridge is a modern, super sleek wallet that will easily fit into your front pocket. It can hold up to 12 cards, has a built-in strap for cash, and is made out of some pretty cool RFID blocking material to keep people from scamming your stuff, all while staying super thin. And just like Delos 2.0, it's crafted out of high-end aluminum to keep it light and strong. And if you're a little bit rough with your things, no worries, there's a lifetime warranty. There's even a ton of colors for that special sailor girl in your life.
And this year, Ridge is doing a massive sweepstakes giveaway. They'll be selecting one winner that can choose between a gold-plated Cybertruck, a Hennessy Velociraptor, or a cool 100 grand in cash. There are a bunch of ways to enter, and you can enter for free, but every dollar spent on the Ridge website equals one entry into the giveaway. The easiest way to get started is just to visit our link, I'll put it in the description below, and grab yourself a really cool and unique wallet. And remember that every dollar spent equals one entry into the contest. And if you don't like your wallet, even after 99 days, you can just send it back. It's not a worry. All right, that's it. Thanks very much for watching, and back to the build.
Look at those hairy beasts down there. You didn't get the memo on Mad Shirt Monday, did you?
I did.
You just ignored it?
Nah, I mean, missus didn't wash it.
Oh, nice.
How you going?
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
How'd you go at the show?
Yeah, well, we didn't really film anything.
Didn't you?
Yeah, we went to the Sanctuary Cove Boat Show over the weekend.
Yep.
I don't know if there's probably some photos around. So, what's on the agenda for this week, Dan?
Today we're going to clean up the wedge plates.
Yeah.
Once we get a certain height, we're going to start fitting them. So
How long do you think it's going to take us to wheel all the plates?
probably middle of next week.
You think we can nail five a day?
I hope so.
Yeah.
You got the big fella on the job, you'll be right. He's the boss, he'll tell you anything.
So that's it for this week. Wheeling and welding.
Well,
And so, while Dan took the lead with the welding, Kurt and I manned the wheel.
Ready?
Plate by plate, we're getting a little better each time. But let me tell you, this is an art of its own, and I still have a long way to go to perfecting it.
I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but it's curved more on that end than this.
we'll re-roll that section there.
Yep.
Then we'll pull that corner up and then hopefully it should take a lot of the bow out of it. You want to do the ironers?
So that if it goes wrong, you can blame me?
Pretty well.
I say not so much, right? Just a little bit?
Up to you. Yep.
Okay, let's see how we go.
Is that a fluke, Brian?
Are you happy?
Oh, I'm always happy.
Yeah?
Are you
I'm
happy, Brian?
Yeah, I'm happy. It looks beautiful. This is where we do the obligatory high five. Yeah!
All right for a woodcutter and a sailor, Brian?
Not too bad, huh? Oh, that's a pretty damn fine weld, Dan.
This side's mine, that side's the apprentice. How's Kurt going, mate? Is he behaving himself?
He's all right.
Yeah.
He's doing well. We got a couple of good fits.
All right for a redneck, you reckon?
Yeah, not bad for a tree logger. All right, back to it. I'll put your music back on now, Dan.
Thanks, mate.
Yep.
Might even bend round that corner, Brian. So you don't have to bend out.
So cool to see the whole plates going. Everything's lining up so nice. All the stiffeners and stringers are looking good. How's it looking, Dan?
Yeah, it's not too bad, mate. Got to tweak him around a bit.
So you got this tacked in?
Yep.
Cool. It came into shape all right? Yep. I see it lines up beautifully at the back. That corner looks nice.
Starting to take shape.
Yeah, she is. Cool.
Morning all.
How's your hair looking this morning, Dan?
Rough and ready.
What happened to your forehead, by the way?
That's a longitudinal stiffener. That's what happens. That's how strong the boat is. When you run into one of them, you come off second best.
You knock the dick
Knock the dick off my head. Straight off. Today we're going to look at fitting basically a thicker bottom hull plate that goes around the rudder tube. So we've started yesterday afternoon welding out at the back end.
Look at that, looks nice.
So if we can aim today to try and get that one, the back plate fitted, and then do the same on the other side, we'll be heading in the right direction.
Okay, and so the reason is because the shed ends sort of right there.
Yeah, we're about 1.5 meters.
And we want to get the bottom plates on the top and get it covered before
too much rain.
Gets on it. The work we'd be doing today involves a few different components which needed to come together to form the back end. It's very precise work with a bunch of different pieces, so we wanted all hands on deck. When the plates don't sit exactly flush, like this corner here, we can use a chain block to pull them into position. By tightening the block, we pull the plate down, and voila! When we're happy with its position, we hit it with some tack welds.
Lined up really good.
And we'd be using this technique a lot going forward. One of the many things I've come to appreciate about working with metal is its adaptability. Unlike fiberglass, it's much easier to alter its shape and make little tweaks as you go.
So that piece right there is the stern tube. The cutlass bearing goes inside the stern tube, and then the propeller shaft goes through the cutlass bearing. So it's a super important piece, and that's why it's attached to this super, like, really thick skeg plate.
So there should be a 12-degree angle between level and the center of that shaft.
There you go, right on 12 there.
Sick.
I don't know if we can say it on camera, but it fits like a
You can definitely say it, whether we can put it on YouTube or not.
And I do a little explanation as to why they're both welding on the same time on that skeg plate. Basically, it's to put the heat evenly on both sides and to avoid any sort of distortion and keep everything straight so that when it welds, it doesn't try and tweak one way or the other.
Knocking down a little face close at it.
Hey mate. Oh, he's doing a close up on the weld.
Did I do the other side, Kurt?
Probably. It'll be better than this side.
Smoko time, Kaz.
Oh no.
Oh, the morning smoko, huh? What do you got for today?
Oh, I've got a bit of leftover stew.
Stew.
Yeah, a bit of stew.
Morning stew.
And probably throw a couple of Tim Tams in it.
Yeah, like a champ.
You love your Tim Tams, don't you, mate?
I do.
We got a whole box.
How about you, Kurt? What do you have?
34 made sandwich.
Yeah, again?
Again.
What's Kaz got for smoko today?
Well, I just finished my banana and I'm having a cup of tea.
Ooh. Tim Tam, sir?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Tim Tam, sir?
Thank you.
I think it's like a square, harder version of the Twix, maybe. The Twix is longer and a little bit softer with caramel in the middle. I don't know, they're pretty big.
What's in the middle?
Caramel? Caramel?
Caramel.
How do you say
Or
it?
is that caramel?
Caramel?
Caramel.
After being ridiculed for my American pronunciation, it was time to shape some more aluminum. Or should I say, aluminium.
We're trying to wheel these skeg plates, so they're quite an interesting shape. This is what one looks like before we start.
That's a thick plate.
It is, and it goes around the skegs, which has, you know, the rudder hung off the back of it, and the stern tube for the prop, and the engine right above it, so it's a very strong part of the boat. We did the first pass through, and you can see how it's starting to come up a little bit, but now we cranked her down a little bit. It's always a debate on how much to go. What do you think? Quarter turn?
Put a heap on.
A heap on. This is brilliant. Look at this. The fork's a multi-purpose tool.
What do you reckon? Is that calibrated, Brian?
I think it's gonna fit like a, what did Dan say?
Fits like a
Yeah,
Looks pretty cool,
it looks amazing.
Kurt and I did not prepare this at all to make sure that it goes good the first time. If it fits, it's just miracle.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's right up against it now. There's no gap at all.
coming down.
Yeah. Where I've got it right now, the plate edge is just perfectly lined up.
Duck your eyes.
Thanks, dude.
Up next on Delos, it's time for us to start fitting the bigger hole plates. But this presents some new challenges all on its own.
They get pretty close to the hole shape, but it's not 100% exact.
It's very hard to just expect the plate to just drop into position and then weld it up.
So I think we have our first pretty expensive mistake.
I certainly think of worse things to do with my time.
I can think of better things to be doing with my time.
You guys have never had sushi,
No,
ever, in your entire life.
no.
And then you said, let's go out for sushi, but I'll have the chicken instead. And we're like, sushi is not chicken.
Well, over here it is.
So what we're doing is we're just working this area, this little quarter here, to bring that end up. According to Kurt, we'll see.
Don't bring me into it, Brian. I just work here.
Let's see.
Woohoo!